Hello and welcome to the Clevercast. I am Leonis Andre. I am your host for today's podcast. Thanks for tuning in to the stories that matter. And for today's episodes, we will be talking about Chapter 21, exploring Rizal's second homecoming and the intriguing story of the Liga Filipina.
Excited to unravel this chapter of Rizal's life and the pivotal moments that shaped our nation.
Absolutely. Rizal's return to Manila in 1892 was quite audacious. It's fascinating how he likened it to Daniel facing the Spanish lion. What prompted him to make this bold move?
Rizal firmly believed that the fight for Filipino liberties needed to shift, it's not Spain. His conviction was clear, the battlefield is in the Philippines.
His arrival in Manila with his sister sets the stage for some interesting developments. What was the atmosphere like during Rizal's audience with Governor General Despujoy?
It was a tense moment. Despujoy agreed to pardon Rizal's father but not the rest of the family. Despite challenges, Rizal pressed on with his mission.
Government spies, raids, and seized copies of Noli and Philip. This is getting quite intense. Were Rizal's visits to his friends in Central Luzon pivotal in some way?
Absolutely. These friends were supporters in the Reform Crusade. Rizal took the opportunity to discuss issues affecting the people, unaware that his every move was being closely watched.
More interviews with Governor General Despujoy followed. What were the key discussions during these interactions?
Topics ranged from Borneo to lifting the exile of Rizal's sisters. Despite setbacks, Rizal remained determined in his mission for reform.
On July 3, 1892, Rizal attended a meeting that led to the establishment of the Liga Filipina. Can you tell us more about the League's objectives and the atmosphere during this meeting?
Rizal passionately explained that Liga's objectives, aiming to unite Filipinos and promote education, agriculture, and reforms. The patriots present were impressed and approved the establishment of the Liga.
Trouble emerged with incriminating leaflets, leading to Rizal's arrest on July 6. Being jailed in Fort Santiago must have been a challenging experience. What were the conditions like?
Rizal detailed his incommunicado confinement in a fairly furnished room with sentinel guards. It was a difficult period for him.
The situation escalated with Rizal's arbitrary deportation to the Pitan. What were the reasons cited for this drastic decision?
Rizal was accused of disloyalty and anti-Spanish sentiments due to his publications abroad and alleged discovery of incriminating leaflets. It led to his exile in the Pitan for 4 years.
A riveting chapter indeed. Join us in the next episode as we explore Rizal's life in the Pitan and the evolving events that shaped the course of Philippine history. Thanks to our historical expert for joining us today. And that wraps up today's episode. Before we sign off, I would like to thank you for your support and thanks for tuning in. Just a reminder of how you can support the podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Clevercast and comment on our next post, and we'll give you a shout out on the next episode.